All right, guys, welcome back. To answer your questions, Avez, you were on when you said that.
Yeah, and I'm actually coming back now, so I didn't think so.
No, it's okay. I just don't mute you. I just assume that you'll, I don't know, be cooperative. Apparently not.
Apparently not. No, but yeah. But then they can have something to laugh about in the chat at least.
Yeah, exactly. You're always entertaining, no matter what you do. What do you think about Cash? You were about to start on that last time, so let's hear your thoughts on this particular matchup.
As I said before, I don't know how GAMERS2 and Dignitas actually play their CT side or terrorist side, so it's gonna be interesting to see. But now that I think Dignitas are on a good roll from the last match, I think they can pull it off. Mainly because I saw some really good individual play, and I hope that will carry on. But in the other side, I think GAMERS2 also has some great individual player that didn't show up that much in the Mirage game. So yeah, I think it's going to be pretty even. I think maybe 16 to 12, 16 to 13 to one of the teams. I can't really say. I have no idea, but I think a close game for sure.
I think, yeah, I mean, Cash is similar in ways to Mirage, that a mid control is extremely important. Executions with smokes on A side are also extremely crucial. B's is a little bit different in this map to me. It's still tight on entry from the main, but you have the vents to open it up from, and it's actually a lot easier to control by using mid, whereas B on Mirage seems to just be a flood through apartments so many times. So I think it's similar in a lot of ways to Mirage, which should lead to similar gameplay, but very different in the way that the angles are held.
Yeah, I agree, but I think Cash is pretty similar playing style towards the Mirage, that you play maybe in a picking style, that you try to go for that entry kills pretty early, and then you maybe rotate off to a set strat or a fake or something they have worked on in their practice. I think these two maps they're playing in this game actually shows pretty much some individual and a really good tactical side of both teams. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're actually going to play.
Well, we're about to find out, although we may have to wait just a moment because we've lost one. Who did we lose? Pimp, Nico, AZ, Kirby. Why can I not do simple mathematics and figure out who's missing?
MSL.
MSL, thank you. Yeah, there we go. The new boy on the team out of their other 4, I guess, if you consider things, but we'll have to wait and see. I was trying to see when he get back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's connected.
Now
We're
it's
back.
in. Yeah.
Another interesting thing to point out, we don't always make mention of it, but we do have a coach in the server right now for G2, so we're seeing more and more coaches actually get involved in the online games as well. I think that's interesting.
I actually want to highlight that actually when you said that, because it's so good to see, and mainly when I also got released by LGB, I actually got a lot of offers to actually be coaching for some teams, but I felt that was my time yet to actually do that kind of things.
You weren't ready for retirement.
Nah, not really. It's not retirement. I think actually a coach is actually doing a lot of work for the team. He's doing all the
I've been playing retirement, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think the coach is doing so much vital things.
Well, G2's going to push hard on B. They'll catch Pimp on the first, but need to be aware that MSL's still waiting and checker behind the box. In fact, they're going to check it, but MSL, this is a weird exchange, hasn't gone down yet, but he's going to have company from AZ to at least come over and do the damage. But how does Mihu pick up the knife on him? That's even more problematic, because that gives money firmly to G2 to start off with as Mihu. He'll come back out, spot out at least one player on Generator. Bomb has gone down, and it's Nico the last to drop. So Mihu, that's a good amount of money for him to start. 5,500 after the pistol.
Yeah, it was a great run by GAMERS2. I actually just went for contact B push after one guy actually showed some contact over at the A site. So I think that MSL should have, in another round, I think actually could do a much better job. But hey, in that situation there, it's so hard to get those kills. Yeah. At least when you fail on the 12 first shots, you're actually doomed, so...
12 first shots.
Oh yeah, the first mag.
MSL's gonna fall back down middle. They do have Kirby really close to the garage door. And it's super passive, even from Spiro at the B halls. Way back towards spawn.
And this is really interesting. You can see that 3 scouts and both Minis and Mishu actually have... Oh, what a smoke from Mishu. That was interesting. But you see the 3 scouts and both Minis and Mishu is down to 30 and 12 HP, and this round is heavily favoring the team Dignitas, even on Nico. Or a force buy.
Damage is so far into G2. Innocent at least does catch Kirby, but we saw that scout take another shot toward mid. They're going to rotate over quickly, though. Malzino's already found Pimp, so they're finding kills. And MSL, there's the Deagle on a very low HP Innocent, because, again, the scouts do so much damage, the pistols just have to clean it up, and that's what MSL's doing. He's got 2 now before Malzino will find Nico, and it's all left to the single scout right now of AZ. I think he's aware of the problematic situation, so he'll fall back, smoke off CT. There's really no entry point for him. They're all very low HP, so it is a winnable situation. 12 for Michu, 30 for Venice, 10 for Malzino. Bomb does go down, though, spotting the first, but he takes a lot of damage, unfortunately, as he relies on the scout. Spots the foot of Malzino. Second shot pays off. Mouse had no idea he was spotted. But Venice comes around the corner with the Tech 9, and they'll end up winning that one. So that really heavy force buy you talked about that was actually advantageous in some ways, that doesn't pay off at all.
No, but I was actually hoping for only went for 2 scouts instead of the 3 scouts, because then you have 3 guys with a pistol armor and can clean up those guys that actually are down to 30 HP and down. So, but they went for the 3 scouts and they actually paid off early in the round. But when they pushed the B site that is kind of close instead of an A site, actually shows that it's so hard to retake the B site when they have the smokes on higher and lower.
Malzino wants to lurk out towards Squeaky. They'll realize, though, that they're not going to have any problems with A because they're all stacked up in middle, and that's what Manice has found out himself. So he'll take 2. It's all left to Nico, and again, they had to go for that full save. We'll see if he can at least surprise them, but the first shot doesn't do anything, and Spiro realizes he's there. Efficient play now from G2, and they're starting to build up a little bit of a bank. 69.50 for Manice before the buy. It's first gun round out, but even still... It's a bit limited on how many nades they've got on the CT side. It's only a smoke and flash for everyone except MSL, who's got an HE.
I mean, that's the problem when you force out the second round, when you lose the pistol round of the CT, that you actually, if you don't win the round, you basically have no money in the fourth round. Just weapon armor, maybe 1 or 2 nades. They don't have the full equipment that I like. And that's why so many people actually are developing to play with to don't buy armor in the force buy, only pistol with a few nades when they lose the pistol on the city.
Good spray control starting off from Manise. Takes down MSL, brings this back to 4s. They do have a player inside the vents right now, though, so Pimp has good position to fall back into B quickly and cover off middle. In fact, Nico's there with a good crossfire, but that nade going in onto him somehow only does 4 damage, despite that it landed pretty much directly in front of him. So I don't know what that fragmented off of. It must be just around the corner of the pipe too far.
Yeah, now we can actually see that GAMERS2 actually are rotating hard to B, 4 guys. And they actually only have 1 player holding the B site. And one in... No, he's only in vent, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's vent.
So they basically have no one on B side, so this can be a really hard run for Dignitas if GAMERS2 actually win, can get the site.
And they're gonna come in. Now they realize there's a player in vents, and Pimp, he had to break out the backside because he entered from middle, so they heard him coming. Nico's at least on a decent flank, but imagine if they'd still had the player from Vent alive when this came in, because he'd have more to work with and more distractions. Nico's now going to be burned alive. Kierby's crossed over with him so they can support each other, but Nico walks in completely unaware that there's a player still in the corner, so he gets taken down quickly and Kierby's already spotted. Manise just waits out his angle and Innocent repeaks. Damage dealt. It'd be impressive if Kierby could pull this off with that much attention on him, and it's going to now be GAMERS2 picking up another straight round, 4 in a row. Similar start to what they had on Mirage T side.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see that round things actually went for a huge gamble when they went. I think they had 2 guys on A and 2 guys crossfiring mid, and actually had B totally wide open. So they went for a gamble. It didn't work. So actually hoping that maybe when they lost the B sides that early and the vent guy died, maybe they should have saved. I don't know. But they had Nico on the backside rotating. So it was interesting round.
Kirby's pushing with this Deagle. Try and find something out toward long, but they're all inside the A main right now, G2, except for the one player who's boosted up at mid. Nico takes Manise down, so at least it starts for Dignitas with the pistols, and Kirby comes back around from the doorway, which was opened inward. They should have known someone had pushed in there based on that, but he'll get the shot on Michu, still alive, as well as MSL's the only other one to drop down. So they at least have a decent situation where it is a 3 versus 2, and Pimp now with the AK coming around makes it work. Spiro has no idea he's in A main, and now it's going to be Malzino. Fires back. Eventually Kirby does drop down, and this puts a lot of problems with Pimp. Again, does have the rifle, but no armor or nades to get himself out of that corner, and he's going to be covered off. Malzino repeaks him, and that's going to make it 5-0, so exactly the same situation to where we were on Mirage now.
Yeah. And now we can see that things actually have the money to get an AWP and a full set of nades on every player. Only Kirby missing 1 nade, I assume. But still, it's a great buy for Dignitas. And it's going to be interesting to see if you actually get the same like the same on Mirage, that they won 5 rounds and then a great comeback by Dignitas.
Coming through though, it's Malzino who takes down Kirby. And they'll rotate over accordingly because it's all going to be A. They need to get up on top, and that's exactly what Pimp does to see over top of those smokes. He'll get the shot on Mihu. Malzino's still struck in behind the quad, or excuse me, rather the forklift.
Look at Manise's position here.
Manise has to be careful about him coming around, though, when he tries to make full advantage of it, and he's going to get caught as a result. So Spiro's the last that's left. He's in behind quad, and finally Dignitas, they'll get around. So we mirror Mirage again, and this is finally when they started to get things going for them. The difference is that they haven't got as many kills out, and, well, I guess the last 2 rounds they had it down to 2-on-2 situations, but before that it was pretty effective play. And as a result, Innocent has 13k at the start of the round, so they won't be able to break them quite so easily. Actually, he's forced to drop 2, so they actually potentially could.
Yeah, their economics this round isn't that great, even though they have had a 5-0 lead. Dignitas has some close round in with when they only were on pistols, so Dignitas has to come up huge. Oh.
MSL's just waiting at B. Like you say, it's going to be massive inside middle right now. Kirby's got information on A main. They know they're not in B. They know they're not in A. Where are they going to be? It's a process of elimination, but yet they've still given up Highway. Finally, AZ realizes they have to be there, puts out a nade late as he fell all the way back, but Innocent's going to get him on the way through, and now with Kirby going down at A main, they can actually split A quite easily. So Manise puts the bomb in position, and it's going to have to be a solid and very swift retake right now. Nico has the op. He's at truck. There isn't a smoke in front of him. Although depending on his graphic textures, that smoke coming off of the Inferno of the Molotov can be a little more dense than others. Either way, that's gone now too. And it's Spiro waiting at the forklift. First one tap on Pimp, very successful. Goes over to the pistol, does Nico, and MSL actually bails him out as he pushes forward. And now Nico finds Mozino, so it's left in a 2-on-2. Nico suddenly realizes that changes too quick for comfort. He's got 16 HP and he's gone.
Yeah, it's forced to save this round, but I didn't know if you... that set strat that GAMERS2 actually pulled off that round was huge. They smoked off, they blocked off the whole CT on A site, and they it was like they were actually going to push on A site out A main, but they actually boosted I think it was 2 or 3 guys boost and rushed up short. So they actually got a wrap on the A site, 1 in door, 1 in A main, and 3 up short, with the smokes basically covering up the whole A site so they couldn't be picked off. So that was a really, really good round by GAMERS2. Now they're going for a fast B take. And I'm stuck in the smoke.
That's alright, I'm not, so we'll carry on. As Mozino did take MSL. Pip did get the first shot with the pistol, but he's going to get caught as he realizes they come back through vents. So bomb will go down. It'll remain in a 3-on-3. AZ does have an AK, but again, no armor for him, so that makes it a little bit more difficult. Oh, he's almost got Mozino down, and eventually he does drop as Kirby comes through the vents and realizes he is still there, so excellent spam. But Michu, he'll find Kirby immediately after. And I don't think he's done there because he's going to come back around the corner, realize AZ's at heaven, and he'll drop him all the way straight to hell. But Nico, nice shot up close. Does he have time? He does have a kit. He could actually get on this, but he's got to go right now. He's waiting it out. Michu comes around the corner, low HP. Well, it didn't matter anyway. It was about 1 second too little for him to get the defuse, even if he got that kill. So GAMERS2, excuse me, up to 7-1 now. This is an improvement, in fact, now on Mirage, and this is becoming more and more problematic. Maybe they need to go with a full-time sub position where they run Katie and CT and then sub him out for Nico on T.
Maybe. Nah, but I think if you notice this round, they actually one play on 3-1 and some under 4K, and I think with 2 guys a little bit above 4K, and they still forced up because now they're actually sitting in a situation that they're asking themselves, should we force up because we can't give them more T rounds now? And that is a horrible situation to be in as CT, because mainly they should maybe go for an eco or at least a semi-eco on this round and get an AWP and full buy of nades. But let's see if this actually is going to be paying up, because Nico actually got 2 kills there.
Easy though, he is boosted. It has only get the 1 before he's cancelled out by Innocent. Now it's Pimp to come from Highway, and G2's more than aware that the retake has to come from that angle first, so they'll put all their attention, and Michu's the one that gets the kill. MSL now gap in the smoke, finding Innocent, and that means they've got the retake again. So Dignitas, they may give up the site and give up yet another plant, but they'll pull back this round. And there's not really much of a money bonus, so this will make things actually a little bit more sustainable in their economy, although GAMERS2, they've got an equally good situation on their side still.
Yeah. And as I said before, that it was a huge gamble by Dignitas to actually buy up this round. It paid off huge, but this round that round before could have had a huge impact if they lost that round. I think they wouldn't have managed to crawl back down or crawl into the game again.
And Dignitas, with MSL using the smoke, tries to push forward and get some information in B, because that'll help them determine that this is going to be an A a little bit early. That Molotov that went out on boost, though, slowed down their push toward middle.
Yeah, because now they're actually trying the same tactics used before with blocking off the CT and push up short, but now you can see the crossfire in mid actually holds up. And then Molotov actually stopped the push, the fast push.
And it comes back down. MSL pushed through that smoke, expecting someone else to still be in middle, and realized there wasn't. So his flank actually amounts to nothing, but he still gets the last kill on Malzeno. If he had gone to A main, it could have been actually a pretty decent play, but either way, they win it out. So that's 2 in a row, and this can start building momentum back because they've actually pushed a save out right now for G2. They'll bring in Deagles and P250s and a Tech 9, but ultimately, it's a save.
Yeah, and they don't have much nades either, so you can see Minis on 1 flash. Maybe they're gonna try and work a flash out of a set strat, maybe. Maybe flashing B and explode, or this flashing mid and explode up mid, and hopefully get a pick or 2. But let's see how they're gonna do this.
Bounce deeper, but what a shot from Innocent. Over the top, Deagle directly into Nico's dome. That gives them the man advantage already on the CT, or excuse me, on the T side with these pistols. The CTs now have to fight back into this, and Innocent, he needs to lead the charge. They've got a player out at Squeaky, and Innocent does it again. 2 1-Deags in 1 round. Innocent, he just absolutely obliterates AZ as well. I can already see the chat spamming Vac as he'll come back around, and they're going to get Manise over with Malzeno to lurk out from A. The retake's going to have to be swift. Kirby's the only one close to the A site. As Pimp, he'll shift over to Truck. He's got the M4 already making a presence known as he takes down Innocent, so enough out of you and your pretty Deagles. I've got an M4, and that's all that matters because I can do a heck of a lot more damage, and that's going to be exactly the case. But again, a bomb plant for G2, this helps them a lot as Dignitas clean it back up.
Yeah, it was a really good round by Innocent. Innocent got a 2 1-Deags. That was actually insane, and I thought GAMERS2 would have won that round because of that. But I think it was Pimp. Was it Pimp that? No, it's MSL. I don't know. Someone pushed B after those 2 kills and got so much information that they're not going B. So then they went 2 guys on A and shut down that A push because, as I said earlier in the round, GAMERS2 only had 1 flash. They didn't have any smokes, and that could have paid off if they actually if they got maybe 1 or 2 smokes that round.
Some exchanges in middle. Those all go to Kirby, but it's MSL that would have been under pressure if they had to continue with this rush. Because they were pushing on to B, which had a solo hold. They hadn't managed to get anyone up toward the vents, but look at Pimp. He's already inside mid-garage, so there's no coming back from where their positions were. He eventually does fall off it, but these guns already out of the hands right now of G2. They've only got 2 AKs and 2 players left.
Yeah, interesting push by Pimp that shows that they actually have a really what do I say it?
Confidence?
Confidence, yeah. He pushed mid, even though they're down 7-4. He pushed through mid and got those 2 kills, or 1 kill there. And now they are 5-1-2, and hopefully Dignitas won't lose a member in this round, so they can continuing building rounds and money. But as I said, that Nico goes down in mid, so.
Easy still wants to do a little more damage. MSL's pushed in the corner deep. They have the bomb still up on the T side, but they are going to be trying to enter onto this B site, and it's Pimp who's waiting patiently. Spiro's managed to cross over deep enough, but Pimp, he may pop out and get both. Nope, not to be. MSL's going to rob him of 1, but again, another solid comeback from the CTs. It's just a matter of giving up too much early to let their economy work. Once it gets going in their favor, now they collected 4 rounds. It's 5-7. We could still potentially look at the same halftime scoreline we had on Mirage.
Everything that exactly the same matchup. That's interesting. And that's what I said, that Cash and Mirage are so similar.
Shot coming in from AZ from above. Mihu, he'll get right back into him before Nico can take him down. Bombs drop middle of the site, but it's still a 2-on-2, and eventually there it is. The smoke to go out allowed them to cross over. They'll pick up the bomb on the way. Need to be careful about getting too aggressive with it. And good read from Innocent to realize there's one in vents, but he doesn't get the shot. The flash went a little bit too soon. That nade might actually finish him, and it does. Kierby, such a young prodigy as he takes that nade off the wall, perfectly placed, and now it comes down to Malzeno. He does at least find the first, and it's a 1-on-1 for G2 to pick up an improvement in this game over the first. That 1 extra round they couldn't secure. Nico does force himself inside the site through the smoke, but he's been hurt all the while. Comes back over and through the smoke he finds him. Malzeno goes down, and he's got plenty of time for the defuse.
That was a great 1v1 by Nico. And you can see that they actually forced up Take 9 armor and a few nades that round, and still they have, GAMERS2 have some players actually on 7k, so it shows that they are down a lot of rounds and they got the money bonus. It could have gone in GAMERS2's favor that round, but it was a great play by Nico.
MSL super aggressive, so you mentioned it, confidence is what they're playing with now on Dignitas' side, because they weren't getting this aggressive in the earlier rounds when they were losing. Now that they're starting to win, look at MSL, he's already on the flank, and he's going to realize they're all in front of him at Garage. Doesn't secure the first kill, a massive amount of damage. I think he expected he would have killed Michu with those third bullet, so he switched off and flicked to the left a bit too soon. And this might actually turn back as a result of it, because Innocent's going to find Pimp, brings it back to 3-on-3. Damage is definitely favoring Dignitas right now, though, because it's only 54 HP left for Innocent and 12 for Michu.
It's a great thing that what GAMERS2 is actually doing now. They got the trade kills, even though they maybe Dignitas or MSL should have got at least 2 kills there. He was close to get one, taking down Michu to 12. But now you can see GAMERS2 actually are slowing down the pace of the game and trying to work off. I think they're trying to work off mid, it seems, yeah. They're trying to work off mid and see if they can get a kill from that.
Nico's got his sights firmly fixed on the bottom side of middle. There isn't a presence at the top, so they could have actually gone to vents, but they might actually head toward this highway. Nico does find the first. It's Spiro, knows that there's going to be more crossing the corner, and that flash goes over the top. It's actually a Molotov coming in from A main, so Nico's going to burn alive. And G2, good play, but unfortunately lost Michu as soon as he came around the corner, as it was AZ waiting for him. So he'll get the bomb down, but he's got one on either side. Needs to win this fight immediately with Kierby if he wants to give himself a chance, and he realizes that likely he was being pushed, and as he looks away, Kierby re-peaks. And they'll knot it up to 7s.
As you can see again, Dignitas is actually coming up with a huge comeback on their CT side. But once again, Nico coming up huge, 14 kills right now, and the opening from back of A side there was huge to get that kill early, so they can get the information that they were actually pushing out A. And now you can see they're on a double op. That's not often you see Dignitas use.
Not at all, not for Dignitas, although it is very common on Cash, it has to be said. Fnatic love to run double op.
Yeah, but they have also 2 great oppers. Pimp has said that since there was 3D max when they played with Clave and everything, he didn't favor the op that much, even though he played with it.
Shift around the corner, Michu does find entry onto AZ, but they still have work to do as Spiro has the bomb, and he's only got 2 HP, so they've got to get him in effectively if they want to make this work. And with Nico taking down Marzino, that just became a whole lot harder and turns the tides back toward Dignitas' shores, because he's still sitting at quad, and he's well aware that Michu's pushed up, and we're going to have the exact same scoreline we had on Mirage, 8-7, and another comeback. Look at this, rounds 9-15, all Dignitas. Yep.
Kind of predicted it was going to be a close game. It was actually interesting that Dignitas have the I don't know how to say it, but to come back when they're down that much, it's not hard. The morale is down. They don't know what to do. So to get that much CT rounds is impressive. I think that's really impressive when they're down that much.
And Dignitas getting super aggressive on their pistol. They've already got 3 players inside middle, 2 heading toward A main. They'll wait for Highway to get opened up, but MSL doesn't want to wait. He's going aggressive on the peak. That could be problematic. He's the one with the bomb, and it is problematic as Innocent. Look at the shots he puts in out this time. He had a big pistol round on Mirage as well. He's got 2 here, and we already saw what the Deagle did in the first half. So, solid pistol player indeed. Kierby now finds himself 1-on-3. He's picked up a kill already in this round, so it would have to be a 4K to close it out. But bomb, it's dropped inside A main, and he's all the way over towards CT red. So there's not really much of a chance he can get back across unless he can nail a shot when he peeks out. Innocent's down to 9 HP at truck, but he doesn't even need to be the one to peek because they've got the cross covered from Highway. And it's good execution right now. Solid passive play. 45 seconds though, so Kierby picking up this bomb with 81 HP. This is interesting. This is correct, actually. And oh, he's going to swing it back. Go right toward long. This will force a rotation out of at least one. It's Innocent that goes the low HP player, which is almost a disadvantage, because if he comes back to A, it's still going to be a high HP player, and they realize it already. They've pushed up mid. They haven't heard him cross. And Malzino's heard him planting that bomb, so he'll take the win.
Yeah, and Kirby didn't expect him to be on A site there because they had two defensive, one short and one on in CT spawn there when he was on A site. So it was a great play by the guy on site to just get in a more defensive role on A site, to not even peek, just wait for the bomb plant. Pimp with duels this round. That's interesting. Maybe favors duels, I don't know.
I let go of the smoke so early so I wouldn't get stuck. But that's going to rain over toward COD. Meanwhile, though, Manise, that's a really good push as he finds his way through. Squeaky coming back over MP9, dealing all the damage. Yeah, and I make the reference. It might be a needle, but it works like a sewing machine. As Michu comes back over, he'll find two, make it three of his own. And GAMERS2, they hold on well. Excellent efficiency on the anti-eco. And now keep in mind, we said it was the same scoreline, same situation as what we saw in Mirage. The difference is that the pistol round went to Dignitas to give them that cushion that they had to build the economy early. Now they're going to have to dig themselves out of another hole on this half.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard match for Dignitas now. This was the same like before, on Mirage, but then they actually won the T-pistol and got the flow going, got the momentum going, money building. But now they're in a total opposite situation.
So, decent flash off the wall to get himself in the sight. Doesn't even need to use it, though. He finds Manise beforehand. As Innocent, that buys him the time to not only dodge the flash, but re-peek out. And he'll collect two.
Yeah, they got one kill out of that. It was a full eco, Glocks. But now it's going to be interesting to see how Dignitas is actually going to play this T-half. Are they going to be confident enough to go for the slow, go for entry kills, go one by one, be dependable on their aiming, or are they actually going to just hold off and just go for a set strat on A or B, or mid, for that matter?
Zeno wants to come back over. He finds Kirby first, and that means he could fall back into the site to get a little more passive.
Yeah. As I said, Kirby actually went for that solo push on B, actually hoping for to push down to push one guy down on B, but he didn't manage to do it. So now we can see things actually are falling down to back to an A execute. Gonna see if this is gonna work.
My dog is staring at me with the most intent eyes about letting her back outside. But Counter-Strike comes first, goddammit. Pimp, he finds Michu on top of Catwalk. MSL's going to come back around, so they've opened up the site a little bit here. They still have it in a 4-on-4, but this shot from MSL, that firmly gives them control because that's the last player remaining inside the site. So they should be able to secure a bomb plant with Pimp finding that shot on Innocent. It looks like Dignitas are going to answer back earlier than they would have liked. MSL needs to get himself inside the radius, though, to put that bomb in position because he's not quite close enough.
Yeah, but there you can actually see the Molotov actually working out that I think the guy on quad box or MBK didn't see MSL pushing behind the Molotov, but MSL could see him. I have the same problem as well. Sometimes you can see good through Molotovs and sometimes you cannot. And I don't know if there's something if you're too close. I haven't actually looked into it, but if you're too close or if you're long away behind the Molotov, or if you're close to Molotov, easier to see through it. I don't know. I actually have to find out because I sit in the same situation so many times, and that's actually interesting for me, at least as an in-game leader, to actually try to use Molotovs in a different way.
MSL going for the spam through the garage again. We've seen him do it now 3 or 4 times. Kirby takes a little bit of damage from the nade, hoping that they're going to push up, similar to how Dignitas were doing it themselves on the first half once the confidence came. But we've got a boost inside A right now as well. It's Manise that's up.
Dignitas or GAMERS2 is actually holding this. Oh, did you see that smoke by Michu to mid?
I did not, because I was busy watching the damage come in on Spiro with that nade.
That was crazy. Okay, they smoked off from A side to mid, basically. I have never seen that one before.
I apologize for missing that. That would have been cool to see. I assume he threw it from quad?
I don't know where Minis is. I think maybe he's on. I think he's chosen from the boost on A.
Yeah, actually, that's exactly where he is. So that would have been
Yeah.
cool. So that's actually something else you can do with that position that makes it more viable. Either way, they've opened up now mid a little bit here for Dignitas, even though they've lost a man, but they're going to try and execute onto B. AZ's got the bomb. He's inside checker. Tries to get a little bit deeper around the corner because Innocent's up above. He won't spot them crossing over, but Spiro will. He finds Nico. But meanwhile, it's AZ to get up close to the site. Double for him. He takes down both the Omp and the Rifler in the corner. And it's going to be Kierby to cover off onto Heaven as they try and get the bomb down, although the bomb planter was killed, so Kirby has to go back and do it himself. Puts them in a 2-on-2 with a late plant, meaning the rotations have already gotten position, and with low HP Michu, he just throws out a Pokeball that catches Kirby. And it's going to be Pimp to have to do this. And that's not really planted for him up there, so he has to win a one-on-one before he can even attempt to go for the diffuser.
It doesn't seem like the Novice was there, but great pick off by Minis actually to win that 2v1. But you can see how GAMERS2 actually play their CT side. They play really defensive. They play mostly 2 on A, 2 hard on A, 2 hard on B, and only set one guy in mid. And that's why Minis actually throw that smoke from the boost on A to give Dignitas some kind of information that, oh, they use 2 smokes in mid, or 3 smokes, you know? And that gives information that they have one guy on rotation, but still they have 2 guys hard on A side, B side, and 1 in mid. And you can see now they're doing exactly the same thing. 1 mid, just give the information and falls off if they push mid.
Pimp tries to get a little bit closer onto the B site. They're getting up through that wall of smoke in middle to give them position, but the bomb has been dropped inside checker, so they have to go. And unfortunately, they have to go immediately into Spiro, who's got 1 shot already. AZ, though, he's coming back in. Another double on entry for him, this time on the front of the site, not back toward the platform. And now it's a triple, but unfortunately, it's a one-on-one. He's got to go over and get that bomb as well, and he's going to have to make some noise doing it. This gives Maniz the chance to try and come back. In fact, he's going to push right through to get back closer to the site. And AZ looking away at the wrong time. He's going to get flanked out. Maniz walks in, and that's opportunity if I've ever seen one. He'll take the round. It's going to be 12-9. He'll pick up the op at the end, so economy won in that case too.
Yeah. Dignitas was a force up that round. They went all in for the B split, early B split, and didn't pay off. It paid off early. AC coming up huge with 3 kills. But it didn't predict that, was it Minis that went through the smoke. It's a good play because it's the least favorite place you will focus in that kind of scenario when you don't know where he is.
So around the corner with the Glock, trying to chase out Michu. Successful, at least on the first attempt, but Innocent, he'll go back to his 5-7. That drops bomb, and he actually collects 3 there? How does that even happen? They line up that quickly, and he'll collect the 4th. That's nuts that he just collected 1, 2, 3 with a 5-7 tapping away like that.
That was crazy. Good round by him. You can see he actually plays really good this game also. You can see Sparrow actually falls a little bit behind, but I think he's in-game leader of the team as well, isn't he? I think he is calling the shots. I'm not sure actually in this
Spiro
lineup.
or yeah, I actually don't remember that either. You could be right. It's either Spiro or
it's,
who were you gonna say?
I'm pretty sure that's him. I'm not 100%, but 90% sure Spiro is calling in GAMERS2.
Either way, right now it's Innocent that leads the way on 20. Actually, I take that back. Michu leads on 23. It's Innocent on 21.
Yeah.
Innocent sliding out. He gets 1. Michu assisting on that and the kill before, so 1-1 for him in the play already.
Yeah, it's a great round.
Maniz
by,
is in game leader. That's
GAMERS2.
right. Someone just said that in chat.
It's Maniz.
I think that is correct.
Yeah, that could be correct also. Yeah. It was okay. I didn't know that. Then I know.
Yeah, because he was originally, but when he left for a while and came back to the roster, that left a little bit of question over who was. But yeah, no, I think that's dead right. He's back on it. So Kirby, though, he'll pick up 2. He's got 2 in the round. He needs 5 to win this. And 5 is an unlikely number considering he's already gone down. And now it's going to be 14 rounds for GAMERS2. And again, they didn't get the pistol round. Dignitas, they just can't pull themselves out of economic battles. They need to almost have the lead early. It takes them so long to recover.
Yeah, this is gonna be hard. And I think actually GAMERS2 is gonna take the 2 last rounds now. You can see that things are on the eco now. Doesn't have much. 1 smoke, 2 flashes. Oh, Oh, what a lag from me.
Casper,
at
the
least.
friendly ghost. We've got all kinds of ghosts this time.
Yep.
MSL. Oh, I couldn't get back there in time. GG camera. But it's match point. GAMERS2, they find themselves on it already.
Yeah, this is gonna be. I think Dignitas is kind of. I don't think their motivation is kind of the wrong word, but they know this is really hard when the gamers do have the money for it, and now we can see they're actually just going down back to the really standard how to play at G side 1 1 2 1, 1 in B, 1 in mid, 2 A main, and 1 A door. Just to hold off any aggressive pushes, but as I said that, I think was it boosted Innocent there? On the boost? I think
he is
so.
up top. Yep, he's completely on the roof right now, so he's going to have another shot at Nico when he falls back, and that's going to be bombed down again.
Yeah.
So this looks good for G2. This position from Innocent's going to absolutely cause a massive amount of headache for Dignitas, although Kierby will get at least back into him, pick up the bomb, and try and work toward A main.
Yeah. You can see that Minis is on a great position on A side now. As I said that.
Yeah, it's Pimp that finds the kill. Michu pushing through, Michu collecting both. Easily done, and it's 16-9. Similar scoreline, opposite team this time, and that means